The night is nigh, and Apple Black Volume 4 is out. With a killer endorsement from Tony Valente, the creator of Radiant. Season 1 of Apple Black is done, but now we have to sell, or we're gonna get cooked. First in parts of the video, you guys are gonna see me come up with the cover art for Volume 4 here. So I had these 4 ideas for what the cover would be like. I knew I wanted Aroda Santa to have this halo behind him, but I also wanted a dynamic angle for the cover and maybe an arm reaching out, as you can see it with the second one to the right on top. I tried flipping the angle for something a little bit more bird's eye, and maybe he's reaching above with the other arm. And finally, I settled for the one that's bottom right. Initially did a sketch to be inked and colored with a Copic marker and then scanned in and worked digitally, but I didn't like the sketch. Something was just a little bit off, so I decided to redo it for something slicker. Not every manga needs to sell. There's some people out there that just want to tell their stories, just want to draw their manga. They don't really care about sales, don't really care about making a living off of it. Maybe they make their living in other ways. That's cool. But if you're one who wants to be in this industry, wants to be in this business, you kind of have to care about the critical response, commercial response, and I guess obviously, you liking and loving what you do. Figure out what you want to do, figure out what it means to you, and figure out how that can apply to your everyday life. If you want to make a living out of it, then you do have to sell. To some degree, some aspect of what you do needs to be monetized. Whether you're selling books or you have a subscription system and you found a way to monetize it where people can read it for free, whatever the case may be, you need to figure something out. And one of the aspects of how I work, my book needs to sell. Now, that's just not me telling people, hey, go buy my book. Hopefully, you guys buy the books because you actually want to read it and you're enjoying it. Based off the reviews we've gotten so far, people seem to like it. Especially Volume 4, which is great for me because I worked really hard on it and the manga assistants work very hard on it as well. Check out a video where we did about 150 pages in 100 days. It really breaks down how I put that together. The reception from you guys, the support you guys have already given and shown all the books so far has been great. Volume 4 just recently dropped, and I hope you guys show love to that as well. But I hope you guys already want to because you're enjoying the story and you want to see how the first season, the first arc concludes. I've already done the Volume 5 cover. I'm not going to reveal that yet. That will come in time. But the bottom line, I'm really thankful for all the support I've gotten so far. I'm really proud of all the hard work I've put in. It feels really great to have all the books just kind of chilling in the palm of your hand. Over 800 pages, probably like 850, maybe even more to be more accurate if you combine all of these together. For the books to be worldwide, in stores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, Waterstones, you name it, it's there. Translated into Turkish, very soon to be translated into French, and even more languages to come. You guys can leave in the comments what languages you definitely want to be able to read Apple Black in. And also make sure your local publishers know that's what you want. That kind of helps. But the bottom line is, going into this as I want to be a manga artist, you have certain dreams, goals, milestones, things that you want to hit. The more superficial ones, like, you want to get a book out. Okay, now you want a book in stores. Or some people want to do a self-publishing thing. Again, just know what you want to do and just work towards it. I never really had too many fixed goals per se. I knew I wanted to tell a really good story and I wanted to have fun doing it. I wanted to love what I was doing and I wanted to touch people in positive ways. I wanted to tell stories that I would have loved to hear as a fan of shonen manga. I wanted to be influenced by that energy, as well as a lot of other Western content that I've consumed over the years. I kind of don't even really watch stuff nowadays solely as a fan. I kind of analyze it and see what I like, what I don't like. I haven't watched some reaction channels here and there just to see how people consume things. And I think it helps me as a creator, even if it's just a little bit. Have milestones like anime, video games, merch, toys, and we've hit some of these things already. You guys know we have official Atsuko merch. Atsuko does official merch for things like Naruto, Cowboy Bebop, Attack on Titan, and now Apple Black, as well as a bunch of other Saturday AM series as well. Now, speaking of Atsuko, for everybody who purchases Apple Black Volume 4, as long as you show your receipt tagging Saturday AM on Twitter or Instagram, as long as you reach out to us with that, you'll get limited access to an Apple Black Volume 4 t-shirt that only Apple Black Volume 4 supporters can get. But you have all these goals when you come into this space, especially anime. Anime is like a huge one, right? And in order for those things to happen, in order for them to be more possible, in order for us to get more translations, more deals, whether it be anime, toys, video games, merchant, all kinds of deals, these have to sell. These have to sell. And the more they sell, the better. The sooner they sell, the better. And hey, if you need a little bit more persuasion, my birthday is December 22nd. If you want to do your boy a solid, these 4 books are waiting for you. You'll not only be supporting me, you'll be supporting Saturday AM, celebrating our 10th year this year of just existing. If you watch this channel, you've probably tired of hearing me talk about Saturday AM this, Saturday AM that. So we're celebrating our 10th year. So a lot of cool stuff coming. A lot of stuff that I can't mention yet that can't wait to. But first, you know, the deal has to go through. But again, in order for those deals to easily go through, these have to sell. This is volume 1, volume 2, 3. I have so many books, they're falling out of my hand. More! Look at all that hard work. Feels so good. Post-credit scene, some colored pages, at least 200 pages per book. Really cool cinematic chapter covers. I put a lot of work into that. So many reveals, plot twists, questions answered, and new questions asked. I can't wait for you guys to read it. And so far, again, those who have read it, it's their favorite volume easily. Some of them haven't even finished reading it, and they're like, sir. But for those of you who do end up getting it, feel free to leave reviews wherever you get it, including Amazon and Goodreads. I'm trying to get the Goodreads to have at least 300 written reviews per book. It's going to be tough because not everybody leaves reviews, but I would greatly appreciate it so the world can know. I need y'all to make this go viral like you did Kagurabachi. Huh? How about that? Can we do it? Knowing what I know, knowing the conversations that have been had behind the scenes, international groups, networks, and a couple other groups, if this book really goes ham, an anime is very, very, very possible. Like if we sell like 100,000 copies, and I don't even mean just maybe 100 for one book, but about that for even if it's all the books combined. Right now, all the books combined, we're looking at probably an early, decent tens of thousands combined. So we're nowhere near 100,000. We're far from it. But, you know, it's good to let you guys know what the plans are, what the dreams are. Hopefully you guys can help me edge towards that goal. But at the same time, you'll not just be doing it to support me and Whyt Manga and all of this. I guarantee you'll enjoy the actual content itself. So far, obviously, Volume 1 is the one that sold the most. I mean, it's Volume 1. Everybody starts from Volume 1. I believe Volume 1 and 2 are the books that have earned out, if you know what that means. Earning out is essentially selling enough books to where you then start to receive royalties from it. As a traditionally published author, you get an advance and then royalties. But you don't really see the royalties until the books have sold enough to where the publisher / distributor have gotten their money back based off of whatever advance you got. And obviously the bigger you are, the more likely you are to sell, and the bigger your advance is, the more you can negotiate things in your deal, what your percentage for the royalty is going to be and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little different for everybody, depending on who you are and the value you provide. But that's the basis. Everybody gets an advance in royalties, and you only start to see royalties after you earn out. Obviously Volume 4 hasn't earned out. It just came out like literally maybe 2 days ago. I just want to give you guys the heads up that it's out. Thank you for everyone who supported. Big shout out to everybody who pre-ordered the books. Obviously, this book is A, so when it's on the shelves, it's standing not too far from or right next to an Attack on Titan because it's, you know, in alphabetical order. That's how they're on the shelves. So I got my work cut out for me, as well as all the other big name manga that's, you know, going to be competing with on the shelf. I'd really appreciate it if you get the books, read them, share your thoughts. Let your mama know, let your bro know, let your sister know, let them all know, okay? We out here.